what I love to see, guys. You're about to see one of the most beautiful cities in the entire world. Now, as Colin said, my name is Max. I'm going to be your tour guide. You guys are stuck with me for the next hour. I hope that's going to be okay with you. Because of that, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I was born here in Halifax. I was raised across that beautiful harbor in the lovely city of Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. And I go to university here in Halifax at Dalhousie up in the south end of the city. I'm studying international development and history, so the harbor hopper is the ideal job for me. I get to spend my days outside, I get to tell stories about the city I love, and I get to meet beautiful people like yourselves. So now you know a little bit about me. I want to know a little bit about you. I want to know where everybody on board is from. Man, where are you from? China, welcome to Canada, you guys. Japan, lovely. Sir?
Japan.
Japan, miss?
Japan.
Japan, ma'am?
Lockport, Nova Scotia.
Lockport, Nova Scotia. The Japan of Nova Scotia. Ma'am, where are you from? Cole Harbour, lovely. Sir?
Halifax for now.
Halifax for now? Alrighty. Ma'am? Hamilton, lovely. Sir?
Connecticut.
Pardon?
Connecticut.
Connecticut, lovely. Ma'am as well?
Connecticut.
Over here, guys?
Halifax.
Halifax.
London, Ontario.
London, Ontario. Very nice. Miss?
Toronto.
Toronto, sir? Pardon?
England.
Summerside?
England.
England. Lovely,
Wow.
sir. Welcome to Canada. Guys?
Austria.
Austria. Welcome to Canada. Ma'am? Toronto. Up here? Germany. Lovely, sir. Minnesota? Wonderful. Over here? Regina? Fantastic. Behind there, where are you from, buddy? Cambridge? Lovely. And at the back? Vancouver Island and Calgary? Lovely, guys. Welcome to Halifax. I love this city. You're about to get a little bit of a taste of it. Now I'm going to make a little guess, a little assumption. I'm going to assume that none of you have a vehicle like this at home in your driveway. Did I miss you guys in the back row? Do you want to say where you're from? Halifax and Toronto, sorry. Now, I was in the middle of assuming that none of you have a vehicle like this in your driveway at home. That's fair to assume, right? None of you guys have one of these? Alright, I think that's fair. I don't either, but I spend a lot of time on this one. I know a little bit about it. What we're on right now is called a LARC 5. LARC is an acronym. It stands for Lighter Amphibious Resupply Cargo, and the 5 stands for the 5 tons this bad boy can carry. Now, these were invented by the U.S. government for the Vietnam War. The U.S. made 900 of these at a cost of $900 million. So if you can do the math on that, you can figure out we are on a $1 million vehicle right now. One of the most expensive in downtown Halifax. One of the largest in downtown Halifax. So, when we brought these up a few years ago, they looked entirely different. These served in Vietnam. When we got them, they were painted jet black. They had red shark teeth on the front and 2 large 50 caliber machine guns on the back. And that just wasn't going to cut it. It didn't fit in with Halifax. So we stripped all that off. We painted them blue and green. If you look to your seat, that is some of the world's finest Italian pleather. We slapped up the frog on the side. There that day, the Harbor Hopper was born. The most popular tour in Atlantic Canada, making you guys the most popular people in Atlantic Canada, and making me Atlantic Canada's most popular tour guide, which deserves a round of applause. Now I mentioned that frog. The frog is the mascot of the Harbor Hopper. I'm going to fill you guys in on a little secret. When we got these from the US, we shook a couple things up. We changed the fuel supply. Harbor Hoppers today run on 2 different types of fuel. The first, diesel. The second, frog noises. If we don't have enough of either, we aren't going to be able to make it into the harbor, so this is where you guys come in handy. I count to 3, and you have to yell back at me, ribbit, ribbit. Do you think we can do that, guys? Let's give it a try right now. 1, 2, 3.
Ribbit!
Oh, that was perfect. We're gonna have to do it again. We're almost at the water. Hug your loved ones. Float any water wings if you have them. Prepare to meet the Halifax Harbor. Hold on tight. 1, 2, 3. Anticlimactic. 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
There we go. Kinda.
そこ見て、そこ見て。
It sneaks up on you. Now guys, welcome to the world's second deepest ice-free harbor. How's it feel? Feels pretty good, right? Now I need to make an announcement. Colin is no longer our driver. He is now our captain. I am no longer your tour guide. I am now your first mate. We are now a boat. And that's pretty cool if you ask me. We're going to explore this beautiful body of water, tell some stories, see some sights. While we're out here, guys, feel free to stand up, walk around, take some pictures. Just remember, we are a boat. Let's not have everybody on one side at any point because bad things will happen.
I mean it.
Yeah.
確かここちゃんにいました。
You wanna sit up here on the edge?
Oh, okay.
みんなでね、お話ね。兄さん。
Because you can get up and walk around.
Now, Halifax has been a major naval port since the city's inception back in 1749. Today, to your left-hand side, the Maritime Forces Atlantic. This is home to half of the Canadian Navy. The other half over on the Pacific coast in British Columbia. Now, we're a major naval port. We're also a major container port. At one end of the peninsula of Halifax, there's a large container pier, and at the other, down in the Bedford Basin, another container pier. We are unique in the fact that we have such a large harbor. We can take ships into our waters, which are too big to pass through the Panama Canal. They have to come here to Halifax, unload all their goods, which are then shipped across the continent by train. Quite a beautiful day on the harbor. Those of you from Halifax, you know that this harbor is notorious for its fog. In the off-season, if you can see over to Dartmouth, you should count yourselves very lucky. Today, you should count yourselves extremely lucky that you're on the harbor hopper on a clear day. Because when it's foggy in the harbor and you're on the hopper, it isn't safe to be traveling back and forth. So what we do is we go down that ramp, Colin then parks, he does donuts, and I talk until I run out of things to say, and then we drive back up the ramp. During that time, I do a lot of picture this, imagine that. Today you will not have to picture nor imagine anything. You'll be able to see it with your own two eyes. I've had to deal with some very angry tourists who just did donuts in the harbor. As we turn, look down your left towards our Bedford Basin, you'll see our two beautiful bridges. The far bridge, the Mackay, built back in 1972. The closer bridge to us there, the McDonald, built in 1955. Now there's a story that surrounds the land on which the McDonald Bridge stands today. On that exact spot, in the mid-1800s, there stood a train bridge. Next to that train bridge on the Dartmouth side lived a Mi'kmaq chief. That chief had a very beautiful daughter. His daughter used to walk across the bridge every day because she fell in love with a merchant who lived in downtown Halifax. Now that enraged her father, so her father put a curse on that bridge and all bridges that would stand there for the rest of time. A few nights later, there was a massive storm. The bridge collapsed. 2 months later, they rebuilt it, and it collapsed on a perfectly calm day, like today. There were no further successful attempts to put a bridge on that spot. They'd start construction, something bad would happen, they'd run out of money. It took almost 100 years later until the McDonald Bridge was so necessary. They started construction, but the city was so worried about this curse, they asked the Mi'kmaq elders to come in to lift the curse, to bless the bridge, and she's been standing ever since. Oh, look, okay. Sorry, I might have gotten excited. We've been seeing a lot of seals out in the harbor lately. I think I saw something. It might have just been a bird. Sorry to get your hopes up. But keep your eyes open for seals while we're out here today, guys. Seals are very common in the Halifax Harbor. Yeah, that was just a bird. Sorry. Now, do we have any gamblers on board? Oh, you're being bashful. There's a couple of you out there, I know it. If you look over to your right-hand side, that beige building there with the dome roofs, that's the Casino Nova Scotia, the largest casino in Atlantic Canada. Last year, for the 100th anniversary of the Titanic, they rebuilt the main staircase in Casino Nova Scotia to look exactly like the staircase found on the Titanic. Beautiful stuff. If you're looking to go donate a little bit of money, I highly recommend heading over to Casino Nova Scotia. To our right, you're going to see two beautiful blue glass towers. Now those are the Purdy's Towers on Purdy's Wharf, the prettiest buildings in downtown Halifax, the most recognizable and the most photographed. Now these two buildings have a very interesting air conditioning system. There's long pipes that leave these buildings, run down deep into the Halifax Harbor, suck up very cold harbor water, which is then shot through pipes in the walls, cooling the air and saving them tens of thousands of dollars every year on standard air conditioning costs. That system, invented here in Halifax at Dalhousie University, since then has been copied all around the world. A beautiful system. We have so much of this water. It's so very cold. It's the perfect thing to use for energy, perfect thing to use for air conditioning. Now, do we have any ice cream fans on board? Yeah, Ruth's for ice cream. Hey guys, look over to your right-hand side. You're going to see a small yellow building. Now that is Cow's Ice Cream. Cow's is renowned for having some of the world's best ice cream. They make all of it on Prince Edward Island, where they have the world's best cows, who make the world's best milk, which is turned into the world's best ice cream. Grab a scoop at Cow's, take the walk down the Halifax Boardwalk. You will not regret that decision. And if you guys look over there to your left, you will see one of the Halifax ferries headed for the Halifax Ferry Terminal. Now the Halifax Ferry is North America's longest running saltwater ferry system. It's been going since 1752. Originally, it was a guy in a rowboat who would take an hour to get to Dartmouth, an hour to come back, and he did that all day long. The ferry today is only 12 minutes across, and it only costs $2.25, making it the cheapest harbor tour. Although your tour guide, not nearly as handsome as myself, and it doesn't drive around on the land, so you guys know you are on the Superior Harbor tour right now. But if you're looking to spend a little bit more time out on the water, head on over here to Murphy's. Now Murphy's runs all the tour boats on the Halifax waterfront. You can go deep sea fishing, whale watching, Theodore tugboat. They've got a couple beautiful tall ships as well, and a gorgeous restaurant right there, the farthest you can sit out over the Halifax Harbor. There you'll see the Silva, that black ship on the right, one of the tour boats with Murphy's.
あ、みんなが多いだけしてるこっち。あ
Now, using different sonar, different radar techniques, we've been able to identify